Hello everybody, this is Street Smart Kids and I am your mentor Priyanka. Today we will be discussing about a wonderful topic, that is square and its root. Well, what do you mean by a square? We have learned that any shape whose all four sides are equal are actually considered as a square, right? But in this case, there's a slight twist. What is a twist? The twist is, it's a calculation of a number. If anybody tells me, what do you mean by square of a particular number? Square of a particular number means that number is multiplied by itself and hence we can call it as a square. For example, let's take this 5 square. Any number on top if 2 is written, that is considered as a square of a number. That means that number is being multiplied by itself 2 times. That is why this 2 is being written. Okay? 5 5s are 25. So we can say the square of 5 is 25. Is it clear? Let's take another example. Consider 14. 14 square. We can say 14 square means 14 into 14, that is 196. So we can say the square of 14 is 196. Clear? Because that number is multiplying itself twice. That is why on top we are writing 2. If we write a number 3 to the power 3, it means 3 is actually multiplied 3 times. That is called as a cube. We will be dealing with that later. But our concern is not this. Our concern is the square. So I hope the square is quite clear to you. Let's consider with some numbers like whole number, fractions, integers, decimals. Okay? We have seen this as a whole number. In case of a fraction, let's take an example of a fraction. 2 by 7 whole square. In this case, what happens? The numerator, which is 2, will be multiplied by itself again, and the denominator, which is 7, will be multiplied by itself again, and we get it as 4 by 49. Clear? In case of a decimal, it's also the same process. 0.2 square. In this case, I will write 0.2 into 0.2. Twice multiplication, it will become 4. 2 2s are 4 and addition of the decimals will make this as 0.04. Clear? Yes. If we have a negative number or a negative integer, how will we write? Minus 8 square. It means minus 8 will be multiplied by minus 8 2 times and I will get 8 8s are 64. And the negative minus into minus will actually become plus. So we can only write 64. This is how square of any number can be found out, be it any of them. It is as simple as, okay, the next. What will be the unit digit of the square of a number? Let us consider the different numbers like, for example, if I write 14 square, in this case my question is what will be the unit place? Okay, now in this how will I write 14? My only tip in this case is, first I will look into the number 4. The unit place of 14 is 4 and I will find out the square of 4, 16. What is the last number? 6. Hence, this numbers, the square of the number will also be 6. The unit place. Okay? Let's see. What do we know? 14 square means 14 into 14. 56. 14 ones are 14. 196. Is the last digit 6? Yes. Verified. That means 14 square is 196. Clear? In this case, we can also find out the square of other numbers and see what will be the unit digit. Let's consider a bigger number. 257 square. What will be the unit digit? 75 square. What will be the unit digit? So, instead of calculating, what did I say? Let's find out the unit digit of the last one. 7 sevens are 7 square means 49. Last digit 9. 5 square means 25. My last digit is 5. Let's verify. Alexa, what is the square of 257?
257 squared is 66,049.
66049. So my unit digit is 9. Verified. Alexa, what is the square of 75?
75 squared is 5,625.
Clear? I did not find the calculation since I have a smarter device at home. But please, you all do the calculation if required. But in this case, I don't think so it is required because already the tip has been given to you. What will you do? 729 square. You will find out the unit digit. The method how I showed you. Okay? It's very simple. My next part is, will the square of a number be odd or even? That is very easy to find out. Suppose I get a question 26 square. I have to find out whether this number is odd number or an even number. It's very simple. How do we find out a number is odd or even? By looking at the unit digit of the number. Correct? In this case it is 26. So 6 is the unit digit. It's an even number. Hence we can say that this particular number is an even number. But what about this? The square of the number. Do we have to multiply 26 into 26 and then find out? No, I don't think so. Because previously, what did I show you? If you find out the unit digit, it's absolutely simple. So, in case of 6, it's 6 square. 6 6s are 36. What is the unit digit? 6. I told you that the unit digit of the square can be easily determined. In this case, it is 6. Hence, I can say that the square of a number will be either even or odd, can be judged just by finding out the square of the unit digit. Okay? Let's consider another number like 75 square. What will be the number? Will it be an odd number or an even number? Same process. 5 square, we have to find out the square of the unit digit. 25, the last digit is 5. Okay, that means this particular number will be an what? Odd number. Clear? This is how we can actually find out whether the square of a number is odd or even. Your question. Let's give a big number. You have to tell me whether this is odd or even. You can write in the comment box and just send me the answer. Okay? My next topic is perfect. No, it's not perfect, it's actually perfect square. What do you mean by perfect square? Any number, let's consider as 16, for example. Any number will be considered to be a perfect square if the factors have a pair. What do I mean by that? 16 means 4 square. That means 4 into 4. So, it has a pair. 4 has a pair. A friend. 4 has another friend. Are there any other numbers left? No. So, I can say 16 is a perfect square. That's it. If I break down the 4, for example, this 4 I am breaking up it as 2 into 2 and this 4 I am breaking it up again as 2 into 2. See, even this 2 has a pair and even this 2 has a pair. So I can consider that 16 is actually a perfect square because there are no additional numbers left. There are actually no numbers left, no factors left. Okay? Let's consider an example like 32. 32 means, what are the factors of 32? 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 2, 8. 8 2s are 16. 16 2s are 32. Let's see. This is one pair. This 2 into 2 is another pair. This 2 does not have a pair. So, sadly, it is not a perfect square. Now is it clear? Why? Because the last 2 remains single. It does not have any friend. So, we can say that 32 is not a perfect square. I hope this concept is clear. What do you mean by perfect square? What do you mean by not a perfect square? In case of a perfect square, you will always have a partner. The number will always be in a pair. But in case of a number, if there are no pairs, the last digit, if it doesn't have a pair, that means this number, whatever number, in this case I am writing as 32, 32 is actually not a perfect square. My next topic is, without adding, how can I actually find the sum? Note down the sum. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. Look at the series. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. What is the first criteria? It is odd. What is the second criteria? They are consecutive numbers. Consecutive number means if the number is just one after the other. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, if this is a series, how can you find out the addition without actually addition? How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will just find out the square of 5. That is 25. And this will be the addition of the numbers. Okay, let's check. 7 and 9. 14, 15, 16. 16, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That means I am getting it as 25. Clear? Let's consider another number. Yes, I am actually going a bit big. Okay. How many numbers are there? I told you they are all odd. Yes. As well as consecutive. You can say between all the alternate numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many numbers are there? 10 numbers are there. So to find out the square of 10 and the addition will be 100. So if I get a sum whose numbers are in the form of odd and consecutive, I will count the number of numbers and find out its square. I can be able to find out the square of the particular number. Okay. Now it's a reverse part. If I get a particular number as 121 and I have to write it in the form of odd consecutive numbers, how will I be able to do? 121 means what? It's 11 square. That means there will be 11 numbers. Correct? Okay. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. Let's count first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, exactly 11 odd consecutive numbers when written in this way can actually be expressed for 120. Clear? There will be more sums like this coming, so stay tuned.